Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm Nikita Pujari. Let's get started with the daily analysis of Nifty, Banknifty and Sensex. Before starting, I would just like to tell you that now you can check out the subtitles at your own preferred language. So without any further ado, let's get started. Starting with Banknifty, what we can clearly see is, if you guys remember in the weekly analysis what we had talked about, that Banknifty in the month of January, it was actually engulfing the entire 90% of the up move in the month of made in the month of December. However, yesterday's 1,000 point of up move ensured that Bank Nifty could get this particular long tail on the downside. So this was only and only due to the yesterday 1,000 point up move. Coming to the weekly, what we can see is in weekly Bank Nifty is still stuck within the previous week's range, which means 46,600 on the upside and 44,400 on the downside. So we are not going to plan for any directional move on the weekly time frame unless these two levels unless any one of the level gets taken out. In daily, what we can see is Bank Nifty slowly and steadily trying to come up to this level, right? It is slowly and steadily trying to come up to this 46,600 level. However, today is the first time when it did came down, but then in the second half, it sharply moved up and sustained above 46,000 levels. Since past 2 days, it is closing somewhere around 46. Yesterday also, it did manage to close above 46. It was just because of a expiry day, 46,000 both call put went to zero. Just like today, where Nifty, in case of Nifty, we saw 21,700 call and put going to zero. So on the 15 minutes, yesterday what we saw a sharp up move of 1,000 point, which was preceded by a pole and a flag pattern, and the moment it gave a breakout, we saw a single side up move of 1,000 point. Thereafter, today also, it is now in the making of another flag. However, there is no breakout yet. So for tomorrow, if at all we open in this particular range of 45,900 to 46,200 zones, and if we consolidate a bit more and then give a breakout, we are going to plan a bullish trade. So now these two open targets that are left, these are the targets of these are the second and the third target of this particular flag pattern. This pattern is still not activated, and hence I have not plotted any targets. If you guys want to check the updates on the live markets, then ensure that you're following us on Twitter, as well as or you are following us on the Telegram group. It's a free Telegram group, and I'll put it on the description box if you want to join the channel. And also, we don't run any paid Telegram groups. So for those of you who keep asking us, please add us on the paid Telegram group. We do not run any paid Telegram groups. This is a free Telegram group. You can make use of it. If at all tomorrow we open with a gap down, and that can happen only and only because of weak global handover. If at all we open with the gap down, which would be anywhere below 45,600, 45,650 zone, in that case we need to wait for some price action, because then we might see some volatility, but with the negative bias, because the moment this level, if it tries to sustain below 45,600, 45,650, which means call writers will again come and start writing calls aggressively at 46,200 and 46 zone. And then I won't be surprised if prices will try to touch around 45,100, 45,200 levels. But then we will take a call in the next week thereafter, because then I'm expecting market to stabilize somewhere around 45,000, 45,100 zones. If it opens flat or if it opens gap up, we are going to plan for bullish trades. If at all it opens gap down, then we will wait for some price action, but with a negative bias. Now let's quickly check Nifty charts. Monthly chart of Nifty clearly indicates it's a clean textbook pattern doji, wherein the open and the close is exactly the same, and we are seeing long tails on both the sides, indicating buyers and sellers both fighted equally, and the outcome of the war is yet not clear. It's a very confused stage. Now let's go and check the weekly charts. Again, in the weekly charts, it is unable to cross and sustain above 750 levels. In fact, on daily itself, we are not able to close above 750 level. I'll just show you on daily as well. I'll just hide these markings for a while, so then I can clearly explain it to you. So we are unable to close above this level, which is 21,740, 21,750 zone. The moment we are able to close above that level, we might see market to again go and fill this particular gap, which is 22,000. So the moment we see a daily closing above 21,750, then Nifty will try to go and touch around for 22,000. Now let's go and quickly check 15-minute time frame. Today was such a disappointing budget, in the sense the budget was not disappointing, the price action in the market was disappointing, because if you recollect, for the past 5 years that we backtested on this particular channel, we have seen some significant moves in both indices. And in fact, in the last year, where we have seen 2200 point both on the downside, like the market moved both downside and upside within that 2200 point range. In case of Bank Nifty, we were waiting for that strong move. However, that move never came, and we then regretted, we would have deployed rather strangles, and then we would have made good money, because remember, the premiums were very fat today. And you can clearly see here, India VIX, it crashed by 10%. This is what IV crash is all about. The moment the event gets over, then there is no uncertainty in the market. The VIX just crashes. And this is where the option sellers make good money. But since we were anticipating, we had this plan that there is a big move that is gonna come, and we were waiting for that big move, because of which we lost an opportunity. Although we didn't lose any money, because we hardly deployed any percentage of our capital, so it was more or less flat. But then, because it actually don't make any difference for our major chunk of the capital, as I said, we just opened with a very small portion just to check which side it is going to break, but it failed to break on the any side. It was no one would have imagined that budget day could be a flat strangle or a straddle day. In fact, it was a clear straddle day, because 21,700, that is where Nifty was pinned. And yesterday 46,000, after making a sharp up move of 1,000 points, of 21,750 to 21,800 in case of 15 minutes. This was a selling zone. Market did try to test these levels several times. Now the good part is market is holding up at this upper zone. The moment if it consolidates and breaks on the upside, we are going to clearly wait for 22,000 on the upside. Flat or gap up opening, we will be considering as a bullish trade. In case of a gap up opening, if market open flats and then it consolidates and then it gives an up move, we are going to plan for bullish trade. If at all market opens with the gap up of 21,800, 21,850, and then it tries to come down and fills up this particular gap, and then bounces back, again we are going to plan for a bullish trade. This is where you have to start, like let's say market opens at 21,800, then comes down around 21,700 and then tries to turn. If at all you see some sort of a reversal pattern here, you can go long here with a smaller sell. Else, the moment this day high gets taken out, that is where you can plan your bullish trade. If at all it opens flat or it opens with the gap, we are going to plan for bullish trades. If at all it opens gap down, we are going to plan for a negative bias. If at all it opens below 21,650 or 21,600, market will definitely try to touch 21,550 levels. And the rest of the game plan we will discuss in the upcoming week. Now let's go and quickly check Sensex, because tomorrow we have Sensex expiry. Just like Nifty, in case of Sensex, this level have been tested several times. Now the moment we get a clear closing of above 72,200 in 15-minute time frame, then we will plan for an upside move till at least this level, which is 72,900, 73,000 level. Again, if it opens with a gap and then tries to come down and then it tries to make a move on the upside, again we will plan for a bullish trade. Anything opens with the gap down like around 71,400 levels, then we will plan for this level, and then we will see what is the price action, because I'm assuming market might take some support here before making a further move on the downside. But remember, if it opens below 71,400, the bias would be a bit negative. So that's about it for Nifty, Bank Nifty and Sensex. Do let us know on the comment section that how did your trade went today on the budget day, because we did share ours, and as I said, we were planning for that big directional move which never came. So it was a washout day for us, in the sense we didn't make any profit, neither we did make any loss. It was just a off day kind of a day, wherein we then once the market got over, we were just regretting, had we just done strangles, we would have made good money today. So please do share your experiences of the budget day trading, and also do let us know what all topics do you want us to cover in the upcoming learning sessions. It could be candlestick pattern, it could be technical analysis, it could be support and resistances, it could be psychology, it could be how to plan your trades, or it could be anything to deal with risk management or money management. So do let us know on the comment section, and hope you like this video. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.